Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, 1966 Chevrolet Corvair. Yes, it is not a Volkswagen, but it is also air-cooled. So, I don't know, and 6-cylinder. It's basically a Porsche. Ralph Nader did not do these things justice. They're awesome cars, especially this one, a Series 2. I'm a huge fan of the Series 2. I think they started in 65, 67, something like that. Don't quote me, I'm not a Chevrolet Corvair expert, but I will work on them. Weirdly enough. I mean, it's air-cooled. How much different can it be? If your answer was hugely from a Porsche or a Volkswagen, you would be correct. But with that said, this car actually drove here. If you do watch this channel, the yellow dune buggy. Same owner. He picked this guy up. He got it for a smoking deal, I will say that. And, well, he just wants me to do the, you know, basically tune-ups, get every bit of performance I can out of this engine. And yeah, just go over it, make sure that it's not going to, you know, fall apart. But it did just drive 3 hours. By that I mean a week ago. We got snow and, well, it's been cold. Here in the background, heater's running because it is extremely cold in my shop, and I had zero motivation. Yep. Fun fact. Also, I'm waiting on parts for other things, so this might be 2 parts. Not sure. Anywho, join me in the back. We're gonna, you know, look at this vehicle together and learn together. I do know what I'm doing to a certain extent. Haven't worked on them in years. If that, with that being said, I do need this because they have a 950-foot long belt that they like to do weird stuff with. Anyways, join me in the back. We'll start doing stuff. First, I have to start with cleaning because, well, you'll see. You are on the tallest setting my tripod can give me, so let's dive into this car together. Also, weirdly enough, I can kind of talk to you and point down. No, this isn't a bunch of, engine clean and tire shine. It is forgetting to put the oil cap on. Kind of just, it did this. So, yeah, I'm going to hose this thing off, get it a little cleaner than what it is currently, and then you'll join me. We're doing simple stuff. You're gonna check the carbs, tune them in, check the timing, change the plugs, change the oil. Nothing major. The wires look brand new, not even gonna mess with them because I only replace parts and I only charge you for parts that I did loosen that need to be done. So at least the oil is still full. This is also a 2-speed power glide. It's not a manual car. Take that as you will. I don't mind either of them. I do like a 4-speed just because, oh no, spare tire. I do like a 4-speed just because you get a little more, you can get a little more. This is, I think, the 110 engine. So at least it's not paired with the bottom of the barrel motor to try to get moving, I guess is what I'm getting at. But let me hose this thing off, get it a little more nice, because it is everywhere I've parked it, it's been, yeah, leaking all over the place. So, yeah, I don't know if you can tell on the engine cover. It got good. So, I'll be right back. Yeah, that's just, it's not an oil bath. Why does it look red? That seems transmission-y. I don't think his dipstick was down. I think he puked more transmission than he did oil. Where's something of my skin tone? I don't know how well it'll pick up. That's red. That's transmission. That's shift juice. That's not engine oil. So yeah, this thing was pumping out. Good. And the only way transmission fluid can come out would be, well, dipstick. Yes, I know you're supposed to run it red. About the same color. We'll check it running at operating temperature. Okay, so combination between oil leak and transmission puking is what I'm going with. Yeah, because that is definitely red. Not even close as far as color goes. So definitely transmission fluid got pumped all over the place. So that's pretty neat. I'm still going to do what I was doing, is cleaning this. Happy the oil filter caught stuff. Otherwise, I just think it was engine oil, because it all looks the same when it hits the floor, I guess is what I'm getting at. So let me do some cleaning. I'll be right back. Arguably, I've made it worse under here. Don't ask me how, I just know how to do things. All right, right now, I'm trying to get I'm gonna get the air crossover off. There's a combination between ATF and oil. I mean, this plate is still soaked with oil. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, everything is just soaked under here. Should be a pipe. There we go. Get that off. Take this guy off. They just want to make stuff so that you lose it. That's fine. All right. Crossover. Get that out of the way. I'll pull this one. The other one's stuck, I think. Nope. Does not have one, or did I lose it already? Does not have one. Oh, nope, lost it. See, that's the way we check. So we're at it over there. All right, carburetors. They should be Rochester singles. But yeah, I mean, there's just oil all over everything. What do we got? Yeah, Rochester, what are they, monojets, I guess? I don't know, someone tell me. Throttles, choke, engine, spark plugs and wires. It is, yeah. I'm gonna have to do more cleaning, but we're fine right now. Vacuum, adjustment screw. Oh, there is a right and left carburetor. Okay. Put that back. I guess let's start with spark plugs. I mean, how hard can they be? That's cute. Ooh, and so whoever put them on used dielectric grease, so that's lovely. Is that Amazon? Of course I guessed wrong. Volkswagen size, good. Now I just have to find one of my many. Oh, wow. Well, they used dielectric grease, but smoked them to Alabama, putting them in. All right. Let's see how are these running. Wow, these are old plugs. Engine's running good. I don't know if you can tell. Engine's running nice and healthy. But yeah, I haven't seen an old a green AC Delco in forever. Ever. Did have a washer on it. All right, yeah. Yeah. Still, well, still green, but no tracer lines. I'm really surprised these are actually green. Typically, all the Delcs now are blue, that light blue. I'll just drop it in the hole. Torque it down like any of them. I'm just gonna go to 25. $25 feels way tight. We'll back her down to 20. Okay. I feel more comfortable with 20. What's 23 feel like? You kind of get a sense of like, uh-oh. Yeah, we're at 20. I know it's tight. In other words, what do we got? We got firing order, primer wiping off. Yeah. Is that on? I like Volkswagens where I can pull this back. No. There we go. That clipped. Where's my rag? Yeah, you can tell all this oil's under here. It's eating the paint off. I'll jazz it up again. All right, so that's cylinder 6. That's cylinder 5. 4, so I'm assuming 2. I don't have a 2. So this would be, what, 1, 3, and 5? Yeah, paint's just coming off of this thing. We'll jazz it up before I let it go. I mean, that'd be the nice thing to do. 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. Nice firing order. I don't know if this is original or not. The brown paint underneath. But it ain't sticking like it's high heat. Yeah, there's just oil soaked under all this. I mean, it's coming off. I mean, it's just coming off in sheets. So, that's fine. Should have left the air cleaner on, but it's too late now. We are committed. Just want to blow with air again. And you guys are being nice and holding it for me. Was not planning on doing engine detailing. I was worried about, I don't know if you ever put like brake clean on spray paint, you get that crinkle. I was more worried about that than like all the paint just falling off. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'll touch it up. And it'll look resale ready. He's not selling it, but you know, I'll make it look pretty. Again, it's a nice thing to do. If you've never seen them, hose clamp pliers, they're phenomenal for spark plug wires. But I'm just gonna meticulously and methodically change all these plugs. Probably hose this engine down again. And we'll fire it up. Like I said, I know the car runs, so that's a non-issue. Yeah, the running's not the issue. It's just to make it run more gooder. Yeah, same thing. Still running good. If I get a weird plug, I'll show you. But mix seems good. Everything seems where I would like it. Obviously, minus the massive amount of oil all over the place. So let me keep doing this. Keep on keeping on, and I'll be right back. I might actually have to Google to remember how to change the plug. Or the belt. I think you pull the alternator or generator in this case. Alternator in this case, but generator in typical cases. Or do these always have alternators? 66. Again, not 100% versed. Yell at me all you want in the comments on this one. But yeah, like I said, let me just keep doing plugs, and I'll get back to you with some other random rant and words. I'll be back. Plug wires changed. Do oil filter now. Seeing how I'm up here. If I remember correctly, you take out the top bolt and it'll fall out. Pretty sure. That seems to probably check out. That there. Get the oil filter out. Yeah. Corvair oil filter. Nothing against the Corvair oil filter, but I run Wicks. Gasket, change that for the top of the bolt, and reinstall. There's plenty of oil on this thing already. I'll just give it a little spin. There we go. Boop. Boop. Snug. You don't want to over tighten the crap out of it. So much room to hide stuff. Don't mind this thing. I don't mind the man in the back corner. That'll be on the channel obviously soon enough. All right, that's good. That's good. Uncover this. Let's drain the oil. I know this is a very riveting, video so far. Spark plugs and oil change. Beep. All right, guys. Under the car. It is a soupy mess of all things fluids under here. Bad thing is, well, I don't have an inspection cover, but I don't know if we're leaking a rear main or if it's just everything else doing whatever it wants to do under here, because it is very, very soupy. So I don't know where the leak starts, or if a leak starts, or if it's just, well, how it is. I don't know how else to put that. More brake clean. So yeah, pulling out green striped Velks, man. I'm wondering if they are original. I'm billing him a case of brake clean. This is the main reason we keep floor dry on the floor. All right. Now the fun and exciting part. Boop, boop. Let me drain this oil. And see pretty much what going on dipstick. Well, I showed. Going on dipstick, it didn't look too terrible. So I mean, you got that going for you. The bad thing about the Corvairs, they're so much more boxed in. I'd say these engines are better. Where's my light? Just want to see how much oil's in here. Push rod tubes, everything else looks pretty clean. Yeah, everything in here looks good. So it's just runoff. I think they're better designed than like Porsches and engine-wise. Volkswagens, Beetles. Engine-wise, honestly, I think the whole car's more solid. Like I said, Nader did these things an injustice, to be honest. That valve cover's been off. Oh no, it hasn't. Or if it has the original crap back on it. They're super solid cars, man. Like I said, the 3-speed versions of these, or the 4-speeds, so fun to drive. Man, everything is soaked under here. Got oil there. We got oil on the drum. That is oil. I mean, it's all the way on the coils in there. Yeah. This thing puked a lot. Definitely building a case of brake clean. Or, yeah, brake clean to clean all this stuff up. But let me drain the oil. And I guess you'll join me back up top, well, to refill this thing. And once we refill it, we can fire it up and tune her in. Because it did run good. I didn't have any issues with it at all. Belly pan's solid. Man, floors are solid. Remind me, I'll take you for a little tour under here. Ground strap fuel tank. Ah, it has soft springs. Someone's trying to cheat the springs. I've seen something. But yeah, like I said, again, just rambling for the most part. Trying to kill some time with this because, again, how exciting can I make a general tune-up and inspection? There are a couple things that are going to need to be addressed still. It needs blinkers, or blinker switch. I got to tear apart the steering wheel to figure that out. But I think he said he has the part, but just in case he doesn't, I've ordered parts. See the color of the crap coming off of this thing. But anyway, digressing, regressing. Let me get the oil out of this, and I will be back. Oil's draining. It's coming out clean. Well, it's coming out like oil. Take a tour under here with me. Other than the soupy mess, that's clearly from something oil related. it is super solid under here. I mean, the floors are great. Oop. Both sides. There's like no rot on this thing at all. I don't know why we have, seems like a coating. I thought there was oil up here, which would be really surprising. Rockers, freaking mint. Floor, freaking mint. Suspension bushing stuff have been redone. Obviously, those are new nuts and hardware. But what I said was all the brakes have been done, all new lines. I don't know if you can see in the spring, those little turny things. I say it's a little soft on this side. Stiffen up the ride height. New gas tank. Probably why we have all new hardware. This side, no little turn-ins, just normal isolators. But yeah, this is a really, really solid vehicle. To me, no evidence that it's ever been nose bumped. You know, if you drive Carmen Gias, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, this thing is unfreaking believably solid. All the way down. Is that rock? Oh, that's mud. Little Bondo on that edge. The car does have one repaint on it, but like I said, it's, I think, sub 40,000 miles. Where people decide to lift things always blows my mind. That frame rail's good. You'll lift them on the strong part, guys, not on thinner metal. Same thing back here, torque boxes. Lift them on the torque boxes. Otherwise, well, you screw shit up. Spring, parking brake. Yeah, I'll probably do more. I'm going to do more cleaning under here. The car deserves it. But I'm used to draining 3 quarts of oil, not 5. So this is taking a bit. I'm running out of patience because me, and well, patience is not a virtue that I've signed up for. So once we get it down, we'll do more things. But yeah, I just want to take it while I had you here. And like I said, I'm kind of doing time fillers. Show you, the car is really solid. The owner picked it up. I would say he basically stole this car for what he paid. Like I said, it's a 110 engine. Thing is unbelievably solid. He did really well. With it. Just has to be tight enough not to leak, guys. You don't have to freaking moon tune everything. Also, 7/8 bolt, that's huge. Huge! It's bigger than the drain nuts on the Volkswagens. Wow. Words are hard nowadays. Coming down. Pew! I love when I have weight on my lift. It actually comes down. Well, faster. Comes down regardless. I have a lot of brake clean in the air and I smell like I'm an explodey risk. Yeah, sure do. I feel it. The eyes are tingling with the amount of brake clean I've sprayed tonight. All right, now we get to suffer the wonderful world of adding oil to an engine. GM, 5 quarts. I think it's I don't know. I don't know if they know how to math anything other than 5 quarts. Every GM I've ever worked on, 5 quarts. Interesting known fact, when I started working on Volkswagens, this is the pre-Google days, I might have put 5 quarts in it. Because the only other air-cooled engine I ever worked on was, well, one of these. Lo and behold, well, you guys know this now, or know this, they only hold 3. Nothing like pouring Rotella in the cold. I'm curious how many Corvair guys I'm going to piss off with this episode. Probably doing everything wrong. Here's the thing. It's an engine. It's an air-cooled engine. It's also a GM engine. I am completely fine working on them. Happy I saw my flashlight. Yeah, this is when cars were made to be fixed. You know, you didn't have to go to a 30-year degree on learning all the systems in the world to how to fix like a modern car. Touch over, that's fine. Yeah. Old cars. You need 3 wires to run an engine? Oh, one thing I did notice. Happened now with the start-stop. We have 2 wires coming out of the distributor. We have a red wire and a black wire. Not even going to open up the cap, but I can safely say we have an electronic ignition, which is phenomenal. Probably why this car starts as well as it does. Here, we'll just put the cap on. Cap on, oil in, so on and so forth. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Let's give her some fire-ups. The car has choke, so hopefully I don't have to do anything other than turn the key. Making sure that doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah. I don't know how well it picks up on my camera. The engine does have a rock. Just look at the wires. I need to get this thing warm. Yeah, we got 20 out of that side, 10 out of that side. Well, as far as my gauge is gonna read. I drop it some. 30. Still 10. Yeah, this side's pulling a hell of a lot harder. All right, chokes are opening, all that stuff's working, so that's good. I gotta get this carb to idle down. It is extremely pulling. This carb is, well, when I idled it up, it's doing something. But the problem is, I don't know if the linkage is worn, because they're not. I just have to get this thing to adjust currently. And I hate these clips. I'm hoping this thing's going to cooperate with me and adjust. There we go. And pull that guy so I don't lose it. I'll probably lose it. But yeah, these arms you can spin to get the adjustment you need out of that rod. Kind of like Volkswagen, just not really. I don't know how else to say that. Fire it up again. Yeah, we're low now. Now we're about even. What do I got? I got 2 ticks under 20. 2 ticks under 20. About 20 out of that one. Felt about right. That one wanted more fuel. Sounds damn good. Running good, yeah, the carbs are out of sync. Because it's an automatic, has a higher idle, I want to put it in gear and make sure it doesn't like fall on its face. Uah. Sounds good to me. Neutral. Reverse. Neutral. Cold start or hot start. Outstanding. This thing runs real good. Oil filter is warm, so that means oil is getting into the engine. All right, carbs are synced. I gotta clean some more, but yeah. I might want to check the trans fluid again, but we can do that before we take it on a test drive. It's not like I can, want to check oil. Right on the line, went all over. Yeah, I went all over. Man, all this oil is literally bubbling around the carburetors. Oop. No major leak under there yet. Zach, that's a good thing. All right, what the hell else am I doing? Oil change, oh, belt. Like I said, I think it's undo the alternator and just like, take stuff apart. I mean, I know how to take stuff apart. Half inch. I'm happy I have some standard tools. Well, scratch that last brain thought. I'm happy I know where some standard tools are. Mainly they're all the ones I have because I know where they are. All right. Let's remove this bracket. Put those there. And then there should be a bolt to GM down there. Of course, it's bigger, so 9/16. I don't know why I put that on there. I'm not gonna use it. Yeah, feel free. If you guys work on these cars, feel free to criticize me. Because one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to either learn something, or I'm not. But that was super tight. Did that do something? That did not do a thing. I don't know what I'm looking at. I might have to Google. Bracket there. Is there another one? Yes. But how do you adjust tension? This thing's fixed. Does it weirdly cam? Probably weirdly cams. Pretty sure I'm doing too much. Sounds about right. Let me tighten this up again. When I say I don't Google things, I don't. I have to. Okay, put it this way. I grew up in my day, back in my day, I did not have the internet. I had to either find a book, a magazine, most likely an older person, and say, help! And, well, they would, if it's a person, help me. Other than that, book, magazine, I'd have to learn how to read. So, those were my options. And unfortunately, I know I have all the technology and answers probably on the interwebs. And, oh yeah, I don't use them. Because that'd be stupid. How the hell does this work? That bolt looks rounded, so that looks like what I'm gonna go for. And that one looks like a thing. Yes, scientific. Is that ½ inch? It is not. Why would it be? And of course, you know, the engine's nice and cold. .9/16. If I need a wrench, I'm going to be boned. Of course, it's a 9/16. Ooh, I could squeak. Also, I don't know if I'm doing this right. My thing I absolutely adore about what I do is my customers. Mainly because, well, they trust me as much as I trust myself, which is good. Because I seriously trust myself probably more than I should when it comes to working on stuff. And not that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's more or less, if I break it due to my own stupidity, well, I'm going to make it right and fix it. Alright, I could probably get a wrench on that one. Mini wrench. Mini wrench fit? Mini wrench fits. So we're going to do the right thing and probably aid in... Oh, good. Oh, haha, I guessed right. Some bitch, would you look at that? I knew exactly what I was doing this entire time. Smaller. Why did I think it's 7/16? I do not have American conversions in my head like I do German or metric. Metric's easy. It's not a 13, guess what? Go to 14. It's not a 14, go to 15. You can skip around. Imperial, you don't get that luxury. You got to remember what comes after ½ inch or 9/16 or anything else. And the good news about this whole car being oiled up is it gives me plenty of everything's lubed. Goes there, that goes there. I should have changed the belt before I put on the filter. We'll get it through. Alright. One V-belt off. Clark's Corvair parts. Hopefully they know Clark's Corvair. Owner supplied. Hopefully Clark knows more than me about these cars. Just saying. I mean, you figure with air-cooled in my name, I would be a connoisseur of sorts. And I would know what the hell I'm doing. Lo and behold, you would be not 100% correct. Am I on the balancer? Or, yeah. Yes. Okay, that's on. Good, good. No, you just pry, I'm assuming pry bar to get this tight. I don't see like an adjustment wazzle. Make sure this guard's out of the way. Well, I keep the belt on, but also like not screw anything up. Do we have a special Corvair adjustment tensioning tool? Probably. We do. Nope, we want to get on the flats. I say that as I'm trying to grab a round thing. And I'm sure I could just wedge a thing in here. But honestly, I don't want to pry on the tins. I don't know if Corvair's like that or not. Let's get this set up. Nope, we need the other one. Yeah, you can't see what the hell I'm doing. I'm playing around with adjusting the tension on said belt to where I feel it should be. No, too tight. Well, not too tight. I want to adjust the guard. The belt jumpy offy guard. So the belt doesn't jumpy offy. Snug. That looks professional. Put this one on. The hell I do with the screw? Up here. Let's just remove some more paint, why not? Looks about right. Snug. And then this wrench, that will, I'm going to say that's snug. Ow. This one wasn't really tight to begin with, so I mean, yeah, that bolt is not the happiest in there. Alright, that's snug. The other one's holding it. Guess I could take that out. Alright, let's fire this thing up one more time. Alright, let's fire this thing up again and see what she does. I want to make sure that doesn't fall off. Ow! Door. Contact. Well, it's screwed up. It's on there. Vacuum leak this side. Throttle shaft, can't do anything about it. It's not hurting anything. While I'm here, quart low. All right, guys. Things sound freaking damn good. That brake clean boil off is real. Oh yeah, that throttle shaft on the driver's side is leaking. Let me change the battery. All right, guys, closing out this episode on 6.6 Corvair. Yes, the engine runs damn good. Carbs were a little out of sync. The idle's high, obviously automatic. You got to keep them higher so when it goes into drive or reverse in a direction to proceed in movement, once the torque converter kicks in, it'll drops the engine idle down. Might want to dial in a little higher, not sure yet. But with that said, the engine's dialed. Spark plugs, we left the wires. The timing was good. I didn't show that. I checked it. It's right on point. If you hear the way the car starts, you know it's right on. Oil change, new belt, so on and so forth. The car is good. Everything's working. Next episode, fix the blinker switch. Mind you, it's already done, but I know this episode's running long. We fix the blinker switch, and we'll take it on the road. Have yet to do that part. Also, go over the car one last time to make sure she's roadable before I get my jolly roundness behind the seat. Even though it did drive here 3 hours. I don't know. I like the warm and fuzzies when it's coming to my shop to know when it leaves my shop, it's going to be in tip-top condition. But with that said, if you like this episode, however it came out, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you, we will chit-chat. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully, see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. This thing sounds good. Sounds weird in the audio because you never hear the engine run. It's not like a Volkswagen. Join me in the next one.